All right, y'all. Okay. Ooh-wee. Y'all making a brother work overtime, man. Y'all making a brother work overtime. What up, man? Check 1, 2, the Fat Maxer, Almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct. Max City Limits Radio Show, MaxCity.com, and Power and Strategy. Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all making me work overtime, especially my boy Brian, man. My boy Brian, and I'm going to answer some questions from my boy Ace. I believe it's Ace Supreme. Be forewarned, this will be one of them half and half joints, man. I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with a little something out here in the free section on YouTube, but then the rest of it, man, when I really hit y'all with the ism and drop that science, man, that's going to be in the Patreon. I just cannot, in good conscience, man, hit y'all with the full Monty with this podcast because there's a lot of jewels that's going to be dropped. All right. Plus, it's just time for a Patreon exclusive, or at least a half and half-ass exclusive for my Patreons, you know what I mean? But, yeah. So with that being said, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so, first of all, let me say something about the counseling, how you counsel females, how you counsel broads and shit. There's niggas out here that look down upon that and they frown upon that because once again, you know, they think that's like friend zone shit, man. You know, they think that's lame nigga shit. Well, my nigga, what do you think pimps do? Pimps have mastered the art of conversation and they have mastered the art of listening, but they do it from a position of authority. That's all I'm telling you niggas to do, man. Y'all got to wake the fuck up, bro. Wake the fuck up. Ooh-wee, the art of conversation and the art of listening. It's a lost art, man. And not only is it a lost art, but it's one of the most deadly weapons in a brother's arsenal, man, if he knows how to implement it. And a pimp will tell you that, all right? But you have to do it from a position of authority. All right? Let's get that shit out the way. But before I do that, let's make a little bit of small talk. Just a little bit of small talk, which I hate. But I have to do it right now. Because, it segues perfectly into what I'm talking about. Y'all know this past week, I had one of my honeys, one of my breezies, man, honor me with get my name tatted on it. Well, guess what? My patrons understand and they know that soon after that, actually I had 2 females get at me and holler at me on text message and on Facebook cussing me the fuck out. Mad because they didn't get the honor of getting my name tattooed on them, you dig? So, one female, I had to let, you know, I mean, nigga, I got standards, okay? I got standards. And plus, I really wasn't feeling one of the chicks, man, so I kind of was dismissive of her, but there's another chick, man, who I've been real cool with in the game, and, bruh, I had to go ahead and I had to let her do that, man. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, how you just gonna let her get your name? I've been trying to get your name for the past couple of years and you just keep blowing me off. You keep dismissing me. And I was like, shit, I didn't think you were serious on the real. You know what I mean? But, dig, if you serious, don't play no games, bitch. Like tomorrow I'll come swoop you and we'll go to the tat shop. We'll make that shit happen. So guess what? In less than 10 days, you hear me? Less than 10 days, 2 females who I've been rocking with forever and been in the game with forever wanted to get blessed with the big mic tat. Once again, what does that have to do with anything? This is not a ball rubbing session. I give hope to the hopeless. I give sight to the blind. That's all this is, man. Where there is a will, there is a way. And why do they want to fuck with Big Mike on that level? It's because of my listening and my conversation skills, bro. You don't really have too many cats really popping their collar about that skill set, man. You know, a lot of cats talk about being physically fit. A lot of cats talk about the stroke game. A lot of cats talk about, you know, having your money right, but very little is ever said about having a cold, not just a mouthpiece, man, but, you know, my main thing is the listening, man. I think that's the most underrated aspect of this game, is the listening skills and being able to be a sounding board to these females and fire shit back at them and have a genuine interest in what the fuck they talking about. And once again, the average nigga looks at this and he thinks it's a lame nigga shit. He thinks it's friend zone shit. But what the fuck do you think pimps do? If a pimp has to manage a stable of bras, he has to have listening skills and conversation skills. You gotta have that. So please wake the fuck up. But yes, if you want to know who the next Breezy was that stepped up to the plate and honored Big Mike by getting his brand, you have to join the Patreon, www.patreon.com/MaxCityLimits. Matter of fact, you're going to see both the females up in there that made that move. So once again, if you want to see the real deal, if you want to see a cat actually put together real cohesive battle plans to deal with these females in real time, then you need to go to that Patreon page, www.patreon.com/MaxCityLimits. All the receipts are in there. Hardly no one out here on YouTube is going to show you the amount of receipts that Big Mike has. And I find it very ironic that I'm like one of the smallest YouTube channels out here in the manosphere, bro. But just goes to show you that niggas don't give two fucks about authenticity. Niggas want to be lied to. But I tells no lies. Nothing but the raw, uncut dope, straight lace, no chase. Nothing but the truth over here at Max City Limits Radio Show. So let me go to my partner, man, Mr. Brian Jenkins, man. Brian hit me up. And he basically says, I think he said that we kind of misunderstood what he wanted to know about his last question, because one of the females that got the tat, she showed and proved that she was very deceiving and very disingenuous when it came to talking to this other cat on the phone while she was at the tattoo shop with me, man. And she basically lied to homeboy and said that she was over her cousin's house when in fact she was at the tattoo parlor with me getting my name put on her, right? And he said, hey man, you know, if she was really about that life, if she was really in this mode where she didn't give two shits about what he thought, which is what she said, she wouldn't have lied to him. So she's obviously trying to keep him around for something, which is true. You know what I mean? I don't deny that aspect, but Brian's saying, but what Brian seems to be saying here, he's asking me, do I respect that game? Do I respect what she did when she lied to this dude and said that she in fact was over her cousin's house when she was in fact with me? Once again, I don't really understand. Maybe you're asking from a moral standpoint, do I think that that was morally right? Is that what you're asking me? Because me as a lifelong martial artist, I respect everyone's game. I respect everyone's art. And not to mention the fact that I'm partly to blame for how she gets down, man. I mean, anyone ever heard of Frankenstein's monster? I mean, me and this woman been in the game for a long time, and a lot of the habits and a lot of the game that she's picked up is actually from me. So some of the chicanery, some of the skullduggery, some of the deceit, and some of the cunning and the guile does come from Big Mike. You know what I mean? So do I respect her game? You goddamn right I respect her game. That's the first law of martial arts or the fight game, man. You respect everybody's art. You respect everybody's game. You look at everybody like they Godzilla. So yes, I respect her game. I respect what she does. And also understand that just like in the movie or in the novel, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, when you create Frankensteins, there's a slight chance, man, that Frankenstein's monster can attack you. The very monstrosity that you have created can mess around and put you on your back. All right, which has happened. I mean, she was already a monster. She was already a beast when I met her. But in order to accentuate and create the perfect apex predator, you know what I mean? Because that's what she is, man. She's an apex predator, man, when it comes to fucking with these knucklehead niggas out here, man. Yeah, she's even used some of them techniques on me. So even with that being said, I still respect her hustle. I still respect her game. You know what I mean? I'm not sensitive about it. I have no ill will towards baby girl because she's gotten over on several occasions. But once again, that's my doing. Sometimes we could drink our own Kool-Aid and think we're invincible. And having a chick like this around keeps me sober, you know? So, yeah, from a moral standpoint, I don't know, because I think that's what you're saying, man. I have no problem with what she does morally. I have no problem. It is what it is. Survival of the fittest out here. You know, I'm on some Darwin shit. And get it how you live. Shit. Can't do nothing but respect baby girl's hustle and her game. Because you know what? She ain't got no choice but to respect how I get down. And I was showing proof by her getting that brand, getting that mark. You dig? So, let's move on to something else. My partner, Brian Jenkins, talks about, what is it? Let me look. I have to write this shit down, man. The emergency glass nigga. I've heard this spoken about on several occasions, the emergency glass nigga, man. I guess that's, you know, I probably should have looked this up on YouTube before I really spoke on it. But I'm assuming that this is a brother that a female calls on in an emergency. He's not necessarily the first choice in her life, but when things go left and she has no one to call, she'll break out the emergency nigga in the glass and bust that shit wide open, man, you know, and call on his help. Okay, the emergency glass nigga, man. And I think Brian is asking, how does one feel being put in that category? And I don't know. Maybe I should reread that again, man. You gotta excuse me, man. But the emergency nigga in a glass. Well, first of all, once again, you gotta know who you are. You gotta know what you want. Once again, I am assuming that this is a negative in most niggas' eyes, being the emergency nigga in the glass jar. But it wouldn't be a negative to me because I'm not a sucker for love ass nigga. I'm not sitting around trying to be up under a broad 24/7. So it's all good with me. If she only want to call me for specific occasions, you know what I mean? So be it, bruh. You know, and once again, that thing comes up when niggas say, well, she's only calling you when she needs something. But I don't know any female ever in life that don't need something from some nigga at some time. So, I mean, I don't know whether she need good dick, whether she need money, whether she need good conversation. I mean, that's just how women roll. You know, that's just how they're created. They are parasites. They need something. They need sustenance. They need to get something out of you sometime, someplace, somewhere. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's an emergency situation, and sometimes it's casual, man. So, but like I said, I'm not a sucker for love ass nigga, man. I don't need to be up under some bitch. I don't need to like be 24/7 with a broad, man. You know, if she only want to rock with me on a certain time period, on a certain occasion, I'm good. And that's assuming that I had time for the bitch when she need me. Because once again, even though she may have an emergency situation, there's no guarantee that I can come through and save the bitch. I mean, I got a life, you know, I got other breezies, I got other options, you know what I mean? So, I don't see any problem with being in this position. In fact, to me, it's the best position because familiarity breeds contempt. Women get real contemptuous, man, when they get real familiar with you. And this, of course, is one of the secrets in my recipe, man. Use your absence to garner respect, and not just respect, but value. the less a bitch see you, the more valuable you become. So most niggas got it ass backwards, man. You know, if you's a emergency nigga in the glass jar, whatever the hell they call it, you have to have some common sense. You have to have a excellent working concept of psychology so that you can get things popping, man, you know? So, yeah, if you's a sucker for love ass nigga, if you trying to wipe the bitch up, if you trying to have a real bona fide, meaningful, ordinary relationship, yeah, I guess this would not be advantageous to you, and it would probably be insulting to you, but not here, bro. I would much rather be the emergency nigga in a glass than a sucker for love ass nigga, man. No, sir. You can keep that shit. Understand that this is all by design, and it's really how I want it, man. So, Brian, I'm not necessarily sure what you wanted me to answer about that, but I did basically give you a brief take on how I see this classification of a relationship between a man and a woman, man. I see no problem with it. In fact, I think it's one of the best positions to be in. Of course, assuming that you are not always jumping up when the bitch needs you, man, because then it does become problematic. Then you do become the weaker of the two, and she gets put in a position of strength while you get in a position of servitude. We don't want that. You only jump into action and save a bitch, man, when you really getting something out the deal, bro. So if you that nigga in the glass jar that she breaks in the case of an emergency, you gotta step back and you gotta ask yourself, what has she done for me lately? If she's asking to take money out the bank, if she's got her debit card and she's at the ATM trying to get money out, bitch, you gotta put some money in first. Okay, so that's what we talking about, man. If I'm gonna save you, hey, let's look at your track record. What have you done for me lately? Have you made me a sandwich? Have you given me the sloppy toppy? I don't know. I mean, what have you done for me lately? What make me want to spring into action and save you, bitch? But anyway, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop it right here. This is the part y'all hate. This is the part y'all hate, son. But yeah, this rest of it's gonna be for my patrons, man. I'm gonna break down the holy trinity of authority. Yes, the holy trinity of staying in a position of authority with women, okay? And what is that? You remember, never let a bitch see you cry or whine, all right? Never apologize and never explain yourself. I'm gonna break that down. I'm gonna give you some situations and scenarios. I'm gonna drop some jewels, give y'all some gems on this, man. So once again, I'm gonna see y'all on the inside of the Patreon, www.patreon.com/MaxCityLimits. If you want to hear the rest of this, you don't want to miss it, man. You don't want to miss this joint. Holla at your boy, 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 holla at your boy.